excitement already energizing the crowd right now as we get started with this pistol round. Foot on the attacking side here, already creeps up alongside that Viper's toxic screen towards U-Haul. And look at this positioning for yetujey.
That's brilliant. Meteor only good for the one in the first exchange as FUT got themselves the better end of that bargain. izliyor, though, holding on, disallowing the plant. So qRaxs might have the answer here, but being in showers is quite difficult.
Yeah, split up from Sylvan at that, who's wrapping over towards short. Just needs to survive, maybe get a pick if possible. It's not going to be the case this time around. A 1v3 here for T1.
I love that he was patient early, but it's Sylvan's turn to show how it's done. The Korean way, Sylvan, that's already a double. Can he make it into a triple and the clutch against MrFaliN, the captain of FUT? Smoke out, giving him some space, but the stun has provided MrFaliN with an extra escape and off angle perhaps. Sylvan looking for the early shot around FUT. They're maneuvering quickly towards his left-hand side, though they have the possibility of using the TP if they need it. izliyor is wary of this. He's cautious. And within the smoke, they'll be breaking out quickly. Paranoia out. Dizzy does its job to delay. Ooh, quick bot shot through the smoke and allows stax to level things up early. They've got the numbers, but FUT are careful about it, xeus. He's not the A site. That's why the defenses are split in two. Dagger broken, so you know there's some presence around. Hasn't caused T1 to rotate just yet. stax thinks he needs to peek out. He needs that info. izliyor has to do it all by himself, try and delay, catches yetujey off guard, 23 seconds. FUT actually under trouble here because T1 have already rotated over. izliyow's got the cross line, doesn't check on time, but he knows he's got reinforcements in the like of Buzz. Little Bro getting the spike down. Buzz on site, he's in trouble as qRaxs is able to lock him down.
Noise, they don't give that information over, but it's a set play here towards A.
Yeah, it's a double ultimate set play. Buzz has got himself a higher angle. But the Steel Garden has actually dropped through. Buzz dropping by. It is Buzz to double up somehow within the exit of lockdown. It's FUT to end up being on top. T1 rather, getting most of the exchanges, but qRaxs isn't giving up just yet. qRaxs! That's a triple. But Meteor is able to put a stop to his domain still. Rotation over from qRaxs towards the B site, but izliyor is hiding there. And he is waiting. Sylvan. Off angle, not quite quick to the trigger like MrFaliN is. Smoke allowing some space to be used. Rolling Thunder will allow the cross through, but Buzz mid-air catches xeus off the skies, clips his wings. And down to 4 versus 4, but need to be cautious. Buzz, he's doing so much. There's two right after him, but there's a crossfire set up. They need to be quick about this. But FUT are clear about this. Here's xeus, able to rock through. Still Meteor hiding within his own safety of the B box. Not too much issue at all in combination with the stun. And FUT are lost. What do they even do with this? They're going to have to run towards this A site. They're able to obscure some of their movement, but they've lost most of their players. T1 have every single one of them alive.
Yeah, but look at where Buzz is positioned here as well. Full control of that attacker side spawn.
yetujey is actually pushed towards spawn, but T1 are ready for it. Look how smart they are, bunching all together. yetujey gets away with one. Huh?
Buying a little bit of time, trying to re-clear. You've got that Thrash coming in as well.
Thrash is really important here, but it is caught off by yetujey. MrFaliN not accounting for Buzz on that angle. Super crucial in that moment, yetujey. Isn't it really hard for them to read and get a gauge on what this setup looks like? Buzz with the off angle reads the situation like a boss. And now FUT already on the back foot as they try to make their way onto the B site. Fault line is ready, but you need to account for that lower angle. It's going to be a tough one, but qRaxs throws in the Thrash. Can it find anything? xeus finds the opener, and he's got himself onto site. Double ups before we get shut down, but it also reveals izliyor's position. He doubles up himself and down to a 2v2 as a spike goes down.
Initiated here as well, and then you've got that Vice ultimate coming out, denying that ability to use those primary weapons. It's going to call for the rotation here. AtaKaptan manages to get out. MrFaliN just buying him a little bit of time.
It's huge to react with a Shrouded Step there.
30 seconds left.
But you're also entering a site where Vice has got all of her utility. And Buzz is already here. 23 seconds. FUT, how do you even deal with this?
T1 having chosen to split up in this 2v2 situation.
And Buzz holding lamps is the perfect hold. And he will be in the right position as well. MrFaliN now left on the 1v1. 7 seconds to recover the spike and get it down on the ground, but he won't be able to do that on time.
Back into this next round here.
Okay, I think that shows intent for Buzz.
Oh yeah.
Never to back down from a fight.
Timing. Oh, I knew he was going to go for the... Still a very loud presence here from FUT. You can see the intentful rotations being called from T1.
Huh. And that's going to draw everyone from T1. No one holding out the A site. Sure, Meteor's nearby, but you can tell T1 no. This is mad. Sure, Spike is close to the TP zone. But it's hard to say that FUT have any intent of rotating away. They want to make the site their own, especially when the showstopper is available by Zeus, looking for a shot underneath the balcony, but won't be finding anyone. Sylvan hiding in his usual spot and won't be figured out. A pixel play by Sylvan to be explosive, but yetujey is bringing his team right back into it. Swing! In the nick of time, he's got the quadrant. This could be the full-on ace. Buzz walking through, looking to interrupt the plan. Cannot do it. Fight!
They actually have that rotation with 3 players now over at B. Top flash out, going for the swing.
T1 looking to make a play.
No.
It is traded by AtaKaptan, even though he's completely blind. yetujey, though, gets out quickly. Zeus is now the one that has to step up for the team. The new addition. Looking to bring the storm, but he won't be able to do that this time around, and it's a 2v2 featuring the old guard of FUT. Meteor and Buzz. Can they take this on together? Meteor with the open, and he's got his teammate right behind him, having his back.
Go back into the hands of Buzz here as well. A nice stun to push him off the angle.
Zeus first stop. Oh my God, Zeus is doing it by himself. I think he's online. Someone said to Zeus, Zeus, go kill! And he's hitting everyone with thunder. Stax on the back end will be able to convert it right back in his own favor. Together with a fragment and his lead of his gun. He's doing quite a lot, so T1 are able to stabilize the Endeavor. Not only that, put themselves on top, so MrFaliN is asked to do it by himself.
We've seen him in clutch situations before. If there's a player that you want in a 1v2, you want the brilliance of the IGL.
But when the Thrash is running right after you, there's not so much you can do. It will clear out the entirety of Lamps and will clear out some of the positioning as well. I think
spotted.
He is safe from that info. But
Was
by
it
the
reach?
process of elimination, he
There's
could
no
be
way.
in this spot. The Dizzy misses. Or put a strike towards short. Oh my, what? He's escaped!
This was a little bit of a surprise, considering T1 have looked so good on Vine. Sure, some of those maps have been close affairs, but it's a very distinct play style you have to deal with.
They've exploded onto the site. yetujey struggling to find the first shots. He is able to find one eventually, and the fact that FUT had already plenty of players in this direction, it was good enough to stabilize. The spike will inevitably go down, and the post-plant positions will be hard for FUT to deal with.
Yeah, equilibrium found here into a 3v3, but a crossfire to be held here towards CT.
Paranoia onto the site, but it does leave Izu unscathed. AtaKaptan struggling to find the shots. It's such a must-win round. You have no idea how important it is for them in this series. Zeus starts it off swell. First early pick, but they need to read what T1 are going for, and their stack towards this B site looks dangerous. Now with the paint coming through, Buzz will be the first one to enter. yetujey to deal with him, but no, he tries to hide within the smoke, but can't find much cover there. qRaxs, though, will take the fight, albeit having MrFaliN next to him. They can't really find any exchanges here, and the delivery onto 2 is not even possible. T1 with the upper hand.
It's such a nice shift. The way that they were looking to be high octane and explosive on that execution. An immediate thrash to go out to find the information in CT. Oh, a little bait and switch to secure that detain.
That is so sneaky. That microplay is buying so much time. And they're not going for the kill. They know there's no risk to be taken here. They know Zeus will be covering that angle, so why take that risk? The line is held!
Expect to walk up short.
No one's looked just yet. But I wonder who gets the
we
better
clear the
end
corner?
of this fight. Buzz does clear. You can see the frustration on the yetujey's cam. That is not what he wanted. They didn't want to be a player down already. And MrFaliN's on the back line of things. And I don't think he'll be able to do much. Oh, man. He's right in the razor vine.
He can't move. They'll hear the creep if he does. He just has to hope that the smoke lasts just enough time, and it's not going to.
He's able to get away. Look, what did FUT do here? This A-side is near impenetrable. Izu as well on the back line. He's kind of baiting FUT to walk in front of his crosshairs. AtaKaptan is looking at the right direction. They're able to spot him quickly. That's super important. And now they need to amp up the pressure to get onto the site. That's cracked to the double. Sylvan able to reply. So the back line is still covered under T1. But FUT's got themselves next to the spike. The question is, can they start to defuse it? Wingman on the case. The showstopper. Thrash out. circling around. T1 have actually circumnavigated that threat. Yetujey, though, triples up. That's exactly what they needed. FUT needed a Hail Mary, and they brought it. But what do you do with this? They've got no space control. They've handed the entire B site over to T1.
Right now, it's going to be a question of how T1 looks to take space on this site. You've got Sylvan searching for that information over towards Elbow, and they're looking for this double push, but it's all about time. They don't expect Izu in that close corner tucked. Now grouped up here in defender side spawn.
And there's always the guarantee of the orbital strike, right?
Yep.
But the fact that Sylvan has that one online, it's a 2v2 with a spike down FUT. Need to bait it out and then go for the spike defusal, and I think they're letting this clock run dry. There's not much time to get on it. Wingman will be dealt with due to the orbital strike, but it is diffused halfway. That's a saving grace, but you need to find his kills. And T1 unbudging. They're not moving. They're not giving FUT what they want. They're not giving FUT what they need. Instead, they take...
A little bit of a trap setup over towards Art here on the side of FUT.
So if we see more of that, I think we're in for a treat. Doesn't really need much support. He can just does it by himself, walking in, doubles up, maybe the triple, and it's the best start this young star could hope for. Stax might be able to reply, but I feel the damage has already been done as this A site is fully under FUT's control. He's taking the right side to push through. And that's a spike plant, which is already better than what they were looking at for before. AtaKaptan now. Obviously, they'll try and get back into the action as quickly as possible. If Zeus stuck in place, he'll move back to join his teammate to the back of sight. Stun coming through from Buzz as he tries to break through. Touches for the spike to might give the illusion of safety for FUT to walk in together, but they are going to be grouping up, waiting for the extra player while Yetujey is on the back line trying to catch them off guard. Stax not looking in the right direction, but now he is. Yetujey with a better gun and from this distance. Stax not expecting to find any presence, and it's Yetujey to win that 1v1. Does that draw enough pressure towards the other side? It does. qRaxs is getting back into things. FUT shouldn't be winning things so easily. They've got the lesser guns in this situation, and Sylvan's left all by himself up against it.
Double Sentinel, so dynamic here for FUT.
They've shown their cards, though. Zeus is able to drop back, but AtaKaptan stuck around.
That's the thing. The fact that you have that TP back, they might not expect a second player pushed up.
Oh, no, they do. Izu's looking for him. But it's a matter of who finds that first shot. It's AtaKaptan to find it. He's even got his own piece of utility to help him escape. Dark cover used.
A bit of that delay. And look at the searching that FUT have now done. They've taken control of B. The read is easy here. Fully aware that T1 are entering A through Art.
This is so treacherous. This has caused a lockdown to chop through as well. Stax will try and break it with the Hunter's Fury, and he will be able to do so. Buzz. Now this is where T1 need to put their chips in for. This is where the damage needs to happen. Buzz needs to distract them so Sylvan can come in from mid. But look where Yetujey is looking. He's ready for it. Scratch that. No, he's not. At least there's a trade there. But T1 need this pickup. Do you expect Buzz to be so far forwards on the off angle? qRaxs is doing his due diligence to take his time to clear that angle. But now they figured it out. The only unknown is Meteor now. And the paranoia hits him to perfection.
But it is still early days.
This is a little bit quicker paced. But FUT also have got 3 players ready to defend this. Razor Vine drop, so it makes it harder to break through and break in. Izu might get sprayed down upon here. MrFaliN has to get onto the reload. The clone doesn't distract him for too long. Nightfall drops. This is perfect because now the senses of T1 are hindered. They can't hear all too well, so there might be a case of chaos going around. At least the spike is dropping, but in the meantime, FUT are winning on all of their fights, not dropping much.
Out early on. Now just regrouping as 5 towards A main.
There's still so much available.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fun here for T1 as they break through, especially when Yetujey is online. Play it to the back line. Overdrive was used. The overdrive was wasted. You think you've got a Hail Mary, you may have a chance, but that simply isn't the case.
Clear this space, though.
They don't really know where Vice actually is. Oh, Zeus might have been looking at the mini map in that moment because he does get caught off guard. AtaKaptan is able to get one. So, trading equally so far. I think this is the best case scenario for T1 that they found themselves so far.
That is for sure. You still do have qRaxs keeping that A main space. Right now for T1, I'm looking for them to push a lane together. They choose to move towards Secret.
First players, all very split apart. All on different missions. All but looking to line up their shots together. MrFaliN is in a really tough base, but he's able to get himself out of that cookie still. A 2v2. And T1 need to avert their attention towards the A site. They've dealt with one of the players. There's 2 more to find. FUT are running out of time, though. And you know there's a sense of desperation with the gravity well, the nano swarms, everything in that position. This is going to be a difficult one for FUT, that's for sure. And there's a bit of a crossfire here for T1, only just showing themselves Meteor. Every single time, but this time they are taking it pedal to the metal into the A site. They figured out there's a lot of pressure out in main, so how do you even take that fight? stax is so patient that he's able to deal with it still. yetujey, he's accurate with it today. The dink, but he got phantomed. Oh no. If the collection was there, FUT would very much be in here for the play, but they are on the back foot. Paranoia coming in, but it only affects one of the players, but it's enough to deal with both of them. Oh no! 2 remaining. Hunter's Fury available for stax, which is why he's playing it so far back. That's an extra guarantee. Steel Garden, in addition here, it allows them to move in. Not even diffused halfway. That is massive by stax. Patient for the other throw. He's able to touch it again, and it doesn't affect AtaKaptan, but there isn't much time. He'll try and diffuse it halfway. Walking into the high-low setup. Oh, and there's no reply to it at all. FUT are determined to make that angle their own. And let me tell you, they were very successful in doing it.
Just fully holding the line alongside that turret. Sure, stax turns it into a 1v4, but it's tall order for him. And only 30 seconds on the clock. This round's just about done.
30 seconds left.
It's out of reach. Too far away. And the fact that FUT are creating even a big distance between themselves and stax right now, it's just a testament that there's no risk to be taken here. They know that they lost a big gap earlier. They know they got a little bit too greedy in buying, perhaps losing their early advantage. Not again, not this time. And as much as moving in right now. Buzz frontlining Zeus, never troubled. There's no getting him out of his control spot. stax is all that remains, and I feel like it's deja vu for him already. He would be getting the spike down, but is that really what you want at this stage of the game? I don't think so. You're looking for way more than that. And I think it's only damage he may achieve as FUT are putting all their chips into one basket.
Taking
all
a
players
bold
grouping
angle
them together.
Here too. It's a one and done here for stax.
Unless FUT make a mistake, right? Unless they overstep, but they're doing their due diligence, throwing the Prowler in first, they're running out of time. stax is able to find the first one.
AtaKaptan walking up here as well.
Great Aldrone, great tag. AtaKaptan, ooh, overstays is welcome. yetujey has also been spotted, and he switches to a Phantom, throwing down a lockdown. This could be greedy, because if he loses his life here, this will be troubling. Doesn't expect Buzz to move through. He does lose his life to the Nanoswarm. The Hunter's Fury is expended. There's so much chaos, and there's only one left to do it for FUT. At least the spike is not down yet. But what is really the potential of getting pickups here? Smoke dissipates. Izu collects. Oh man, this could get explosive.
Yeah, they want to fight right now on T1.
They're so close to the action though, and doesn't quite know. You don't quite know how this one will go. Still the explosiveness out of mid as T1 want to push through another direction. FUT need to figure this one out, and they do have more numbers.
Towards an A split.
Meteor's moved up in a sneaky angle. He's pinged where the potential compact will come through. It's Zeus that opens things up instead. Still 2 more to deal with on site, but Prowler is able to seek Buzz up. And the lead from MrFaliN Sheriff does find its mark. This is a bonus round. T1 should have the upper hand with the Vandals, but it doesn't truly seem to be the case. FUT not only have they an amazing setup on the defense, they know exactly how to take on the attack. And this round surely will put them on a 12th, on a match point, on their opponent's map pick, no less.
Hey, doing it right back to them, right? Defeating an opportunity of a flawless round here. Izu's just looking to do a little bit of damage, try to get that mountain to climb.
The dimensional drift, they don't linger using that too early.
Gets out in the nick of time there for Izu.
And he finds himself to the back of the site as well. You find so much impact by an ultimate like that. There's still a clone thrown in, so that's going to confuse you. Zeus is able to deal with his opposing Yoru, but is that even enough? They've taken over the site, they've got the control. Zeus wants to go even further. He's hungry for this and wants to show who's boss in Berlin. Still, 3v4 and T1 need to calm down here, but they don't have much. Maybe waiting for the recon to pop up. Give them a little extra of information to work around with. But FUT aren't giving them a hint. They're not giving them anything as they allow T1 to walk into the meat grinder and to be turned into mincemeat.
first bloods total. 2 divvied up between Buzz and Izu. And it's a strong start here for FUT, taking out Buzz down early.
Well, FUT have already circumnavigated over to this B site, looking to break through with 2 defenders hiding out on site. Nano swarms will be popped early, so FUT won't fall victims to that. They do take their time as well, but they do stick to their guns. No movement, no hanging around, they're dropping right into this site. Izu already dealt with a Meteor in a quick fashion as well. FUT have completely taken over of round number 1.
That's the thing, the pistol rounds have looked so good for FUT. They've gotten 3 out of the 4 that we'd seen so far. It looks like they're looking to add a 4th to their tally here as well.
But it's a bit too difficult to ask for Sylvan to clutch this.
It's a tall order.
And that's just an understatement. The highest order. Well, and T1 need to be cautious. Some would lie still, wait for your opponents to come towards you. Instead, they're going to take precedence and take the fight to their opponents. It's worked for Izu, even down to 10 points of health. He was good for the 2, but Zeus wants to reply in kind. Zeus throwing lightning from the sky, throwing everyone on the ground. And it's Sylvan by himself to fend off 3.
You can hear the crowd chanting for the ace here for Zeus as well. The thing is, he's more likely to meet the other players on foot on this B site first.
I mean, the fact that everyone is low could make this fathomable, but really? There's no Odin in play. Oh. Hunter Shuri straight away trying to find that early shot. Buzz did have an aggressive angle, and he does find the first shot. That's an important step, but AtaKaptan pushes without doing his due diligence, holding out the angle, but FUT are able to trade back. How does that even happen? T1 had the perfect start, but it's all disintegrated in a matter of seconds.
And a big part of that is due to Zeus, the fact that he's even able to get into that position in the first place. Great cover from Sylvan at the very least, saving Buzz. Taking it down to a 2v2.
That's a statement from Sylvan that it's not over till it's over. They're not going to let things go as easily as Pearl did. Taking their shots. Buzz not able to reply to yetujey in time, but the reposition has come through and he's got a nice little angle. But qRaxs needs to be careful here. The timing on the swing is everything. With the pressure inflicted on one end, Sylvan tries to move through, but he's not able to do so. Buzz all by him.
30 seconds left.
Izu holding the right line, switches to the Sheriff, and it's good enough. FUT going to be in trouble. Somehow the lesser weapons are getting the job done. AtaKaptan needs to be careful here because at the same time, he may be able to get the orb and get the hell out of there. Ult into the A site, but he still has 4 players to deal with. That could upgrade their guns.
That's the thing. Killjoy set up here as well. Limits the amount of spots that you look to plant. You also get to regroup and take a couple of these weapons, and Meteor is so close.
This is risky by Meteor. If he goes in for the fight too early and loses his life, that makes it a little bit more easy for AtaKaptan, but he is buying time. He's not taking the fight. He is just being each other stand in their way. And the only way to make it to the finals is by...
Heads up play to close that door here from stax, revealing a bit of that info, and Buzz has the cross.
Oh man, he does. Covering the right angle at the right moment. Buzz is everywhere. Now FUT need to find an answer. They're already 2 players down. They're running out of time. They're running out of pieces that can help them to cross into sites, and T1 have got every single angle covered. qRaxs can't win his fight.
Left.
Spike exposed. Yeah, and this already starts to look over for FUT as they'll try and mitigate the damage by doing some of their own. MrFaliN has gone unchecked. yetujey finds a pick. If MrFaliN cleared out the site there, maybe there's something. But, you know, the B site is still available. Oh, this paranoia is actually pretty damn good. Allows Buzz to move in, gets one, deals with the clone as well. Izu comes in with a Hunter's Fury. The reply is instant from T1, and it disables FUT completely.
Really nicely done as well. Knowing that mid is weak, they opt to close the door.
Feels like FUT need that a little bit extra. They don't quite have it just yet. It's always going to be tough having 2 defenders per side. Doesn't matter that you've split the forces. Always a tough world. And the potential for a lockdown retake by Meteor always looming. But you've got to take things step by step. And in the 30-second mark, they're starting to inch inwards. Izu in and out of battle with such prowess, such elegance. At least FUT to scratch their heads and wonder what on earth they do from here. Because yes, they've gained 5 consecutive, but T1 for the past few have been unstoppable. They put in a great big wall of FUT.
10 seconds left.
And they shall not let them pass. And yetujey just trying to save his gun at this point. But he use it to live. FUT want to change up the pace just a little bit, breaking into the site already, causing havoc on Izu's position. Izu, is it trying to spray in his direction, but Buzz is there to help out a little bit, dealing with him on the back line, and the focus in the front line. That's so much done. MrFaliN left, scratching his head again. Where on earth did his team go? Buzz has found their delete buttons and pressed them all.
Down to 31 HP here for MrFaliN. Seeing if he can draw anything else out.
Who can gain the lead into halftime?
And that's exactly what we wanted here for this third map, a closer affair, but again, a continuous momentum game.
Lockdown hasn't been destroyed. Buzz, that's the first time he's gone for a first shot and it hasn't connected. qRaxs can also be brought back into life, but not crossed into sight just yet. Well, they've done the first necessary steps. qRaxs eventually does fall, no resurrection there. But for our low, a couple of their players softened up. Lockdown available for them as well. Hunter's Fury, before the setup is even permitted. As well, the lockdown, Meteor has to drop. But the lockdown stays. It's a gamble you have to take, which forces 3 other players to the back of the site. Could be a read for T1 to move into. But yetujey is there for the guarantee. FUT have got more players to solve this problem. And Buzz with an operator, this is too hard of an ask. They've got money. I wouldn't be surprised if Buzz ends up going for this, but
There just wasn't time held here by Sylvan.
2 players playing to the back of the site. FUT trying to break through with Zeus. Zeus dealt with already, and now FUT don't have a way in unless they gain a pick.
Right here.
FUT are running out of gas, running out of steam, and T1, all they have to do is hold their lines.
That's the thing all 3 players
30 seconds left.
T1 know that they don't really have to budge. With this advantage in numbers, the crossfires that they get to hold here, it's all about buying as much time as possible with the clock ticking down.
T1 haven't budged, like you said. Holding the lines. 13 seconds. FUT need to make a move. Buzz knows of it. It's the last round of the half, so they've got to give it all.
He's off for the pistol. He's already walking up.
Buzz to open things up cleanly. 3 to 4 detected. So instantly, T1 are going to be second-guessing themselves if they want to push through, given the information is relayed over to FUT, but they need something quickly. MrFaliN has a shot that in hand, but might not be able to get his pistol out on time. Frenzy, it's good for a spray, but he's also been revealed. He's whacking moles right now. But FUT, still back in it. Izu, how do you have the confidence to just stick to that angle?
Look at this position for Meteor.
There's no way you read this! Oh, AtaKaptan does, but Meteor is
They're
not!
looking to take any advantage that they can possibly seize early on into the second half.
Buzz looking to take matters to his own hands. FUT are able to read it, but there's only one isolated on site. AtaKaptan is going to ask for reinforcements, but there's smoke between them. MrFaliN, he's dropped. These are pot shots through smokes. These are still mere pot shots through smokes, and FUT have got no reply. T1, all they had to do was have luck on their side. Sure, okay. For FUT, this round should have been forwards. So the proximity doesn't reach it. Oh, this is interesting.
Timing.
But Sylvan has got the better timing of things. The paranoia is thrown, but do you really check up the upper angle? I don't think you do. So qRaxs
Down A.
is only good for the 1. Oh no, the outgoing is scary.
Revealed his location there as well.
That shot that actually allowed AtaKaptan to survive, because if that wasn't thrown, maybe T1 would have gone for the bounce.
Yeah, perhaps a swing to come in, but you've got 3 players leaning towards the safe site now.
Recon. Shut down. You know where those bullets came from. AtaKaptan trying to hide, but that leaves 1 alone by himself. AtaKaptan trying to move out of the smoke. He does end up with 1, but it doesn't mean he survives for much longer. Zeus tries to be relevant. Oh my, he is. Meteor all by himself. Suddenly FUT have found themselves on top. Dimensional drift going all the way around, trying to figure out what the setup looks like. But eventually groups up with his teammate.
Playing together.
Clone drops. Spike underneath, so you know there's only 1 spot Meteor could be in. The question is, which is the corner? To me, the turret will be there to help out. Meteor reveals himself. Switches position yet again. This could be it. Spray onto 1! But the and I think finally we've gotten them. T1. And they break through on time. Team of the turret can't do all that match within the cloud burst. Breakaway, allowing the rest of the team to follow up. yetujey yet to be spotted to the back line. He's got reinforcements. There's 3 players around, but this lockdown is going to be damaging. They need to go for the fight. T1 know of this, so they've set out their crossfires.
Timing?
Here comes the exit. qRaxs is able to win it. Lockdown no longer there, which means FUT are still in the fight. No, the lockdown is there. 2 of them in place. Can they get the kills? Buzz is able to find one. yetujey
How is yetujey?
is hiding. AtaKaptan is there to help him alive. Buzz with 4, looking for the ace. AtaKaptan denies it. It's down to a 1v2. T1 still have the upper hand, but my oh my.
15 HP.
Was that crazy? This is tough. Might be out of reach, but this could be a miracle. So near. A FUT got the answer. Zeus exterminating the turret and yetujey to hold the line for now as a cross comes in. MrFaliN will be crucial in assisting, but yetujey holds his silence, but it doesn't pay off. Instead, head ripped to shreds, and FUT on the back foot. AtaKaptan, qRaxs, they're too far from one another to play this one together, but at least AtaKaptan has given away the information of where stax is. So qRaxs is going to desperately try and deal with him before they can cross onto site. There's no taking a step back now. They need to go for it. qRaxs is low though. He did succeed with getting the first pick, but they need to take it the extra step, the extra mile. T1. They're not going to move inwards. Oh, Buzz might. Oh, Buzz might. You still have a chance. And that's in your head, and they have to deal with it right now. T1 moving into the A site information is there. FUT are unsure if they want to dedicate all of their players here.
They managed to draw out that null command at the very least, but time's starting to tick. Got 30 seconds left. qRaxs can still buy a bit more time.
Oh. They definitely know something up here. Hunter Shuri coming out, trying to see if they can get the finishing blows. MrFaliN, that's impressive. No damage with the 3rd shot, though. Meteor will be trying to assist Buzz in walking in. qRaxs can't break through. He only have full health on him, but this just might be enough.
Creep up towards Cat.
Slight exploration. Chips' damage dealt on either side, but T1 take this moment, 35-second mark to break through in mid. It's a bit of an obfuscation of what they're really going for. Wait, that's a spike in the ground, 30 seconds remaining, and T1 need to make a move. They do have Sylvan on A main. An extra piece to this puzzle. Somehow Meteor has appeared to the back of the B site. He's going to break off all the rotations, but that's a prerequisite if T1 are able to make it into this A site. And they can only make that if it's a 1v3 to be won. But he's running out of time and running out of space, and there's no one there to help him. T1 might have fumbled the back a little bit there, just too much happening at once, but FUT are able to come out on top and stay strong in belief. Well, simple game plan for T1. It's an A split. FUT with less of the defenders available to them. Zeus is actually going to take the fight to them, wanting to destroy the lockdown. He's able to find the 1 kill, but no counteraction to the KG ultimate. AtaKaptan getting away with his life, but T1 exchange the space.
That's the thing. Sure, might be able to secure this plant, but it should be a quick flood from FUT on the retake.
It's a strong position for Buzz to hold, but he doesn't hold it for long. yetujey has a lockdown of his own and will be using it instantly. Sylvan are waiting for his time, wanting to deny the setup. Perhaps a lockdown as well, but T1 have only got a limited set of positions they can move into. I think their saving grace could be easy though on the defuse already. As FUT are taking the fight out in main. Izu is a little bit late to the party, and FUT win!
Lobby. Owl drone does come out. Knife shuts it down though.
It's a falling spotted here.
Yeah.
And you can expect where AtaKaptan is going to be playing. He's been playing there all day. The expectation is there. Like we said, 1 slip up, and T1 can close things out right here, right now. 2 remaining. qRaxs, one of the old guard. yetujey, last year's edition. It's the 2 of them, the pair of them, against the entirety of T1. The A side in front of them. Crosshair galore. Everyone looking upon their positions. yetujey with a final fight. It's only good for the 1, but history repeats itself. T1 take down FUT on Ascent. Their ticket to the semifinals.